Hi, we're going to talk about the fundamentals of good technique on a bass guitar. Now before we get started, it's important to remember why you want to learn technique in the first place. Everything we do on the bass should be with the aim of getting the music you want to play to sound better. That's it. I'm going to go through right now just kind of the basics that I've worked through and that I've gotten to work with a lot of people over the last decade. And it's amazing how simple they are, but how much it affects your overall sound. And as you practice more and more, it's amazing how much it affects your ear, your ability to play with others, your ability to recognize music and hear it and make sense of it. And it all kind of starts from this. So let's start with our left hand. Good left hand technique starts with a finger per fret, which means that if we start on the third fret of the A string on C, you're going to play that with your middle finger. You're going to play everything on the second fret with your first finger, everything on the fourth fret with your third finger, everything on the fifth fret with your pinky. They're stretched out like that. Each finger gets its own fret. That's all it is. Super important. So the next thing to remember with that, as you do it, you want to leave the fingers behind the one you're playing down. So if I'm playing a C major scale again, start with C, my first finger is down. Play the D, all my fingers are down behind my pinky. The E, it's just the first finger. F, second finger goes down. G, they're all down. A, first finger again. For the B, my ring finger and my middle finger go down. And then the C, everything's down. And then when you descend, you're just picking up fingers. You don't have to pick them up and place them down. So the next thing we want to focus on with the left hand is where we place our thumb. Now it's important to keep your fingers arched the whole time, and then put your thumb behind the middle finger as if you're pinching those two together in the center line of the fingerboard. And no matter where you shift, you always want your thumb to stay there in relation to your middle finger. Now let's look at the right hand. There are so many right hand techniques, and most of them are really, really cool, and most of them are really fun. And to be a versatile bass player, you really need to be familiar with quite a few. But they all kind of come from the most fundamental technique, which is just plucking. So for this technique, there are so many schools of thought, it's kind of absurd. And I've had students from all ages, from all over the world, who all have different variations of this technique. But I found that if you work on it and kind of get this fundamental down, you can then use that as a foundation and learn whatever you want. So we're going to start with this. You're going to put your thumb either on a pickup, either the neck pickup, the bridge pickup, or on the E string, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I'm going to do it on the pickup right now. And we're going to alternate between our first finger and our second finger. And when we do it, doing it on the A string, we're going to pluck and follow through and land on the E string. So just to review, with the left hand, keep your fingers spread out, finger per fret. Keep your fingers arched and your thumb behind your middle finger in the middle of the neck, everywhere you shift. With the right hand, alternate between the first finger and the second finger.